and welcome to You know what? Wait a minute. I guess I can take this off. We're basically a ghost town right now. Welcome to Canyon View High School. My name is Corey Beal, and I am the instructional coach here at Canyon View. Today we are going to have a little bit of a comprehensive tour of our entire campus and meet some of the people that make it happen here at Canyon View. Now, normally in a normal setting, we would have this place crawling with parents, students, staff, teachers, the whole 9 yards. But unfortunately, with time being the way that it is, that's just not possible. So this year, this time, we're going to do this virtually and hope that we are able to give you at least a little bit of a vision of what that's going to look like here at Canyon View. So sit back, relax, gather the family together. I'll give you a moment. This is where you get your teenager and you're yelling at them upstairs, hey, come downstairs, we're watching this video about Canyon View. Mom, Dad, I want to finish my game. Can't you just watch it and then tell me everything they said? This is where you told them get their butts down here. Okay, so now that the whole family's together, we're looking forward to showing off Canyon View High School, welcoming our new Jags, welcoming our new families, and welcoming back all of the classes that we've already had up until this point. So sit back, enjoy, as we give you a little bit of an open house virtually of Canyon View.
Good evening and welcome to Canyon View High School. I'm your principal, Philip Nowlin, and I'm excited to welcome you to the 2020-21 school year. As you can see, we're in our student union right now, and unfortunately, I'm used to the number of students. This place is packed with students, and I have the opportunities to tell students to take off their hat or just to engage positively and have discussions with them that don't have anything to do with academics, but just how their day is. But unfortunately, due to the current pandemic, we're not in a position where we can open up with students on campus. What I would like to do is go over a few things tonight and really give you guys an opportunity to take a peek into Canyon View High School and what life is going to be for your high schoolers this next school year. I'm excited to share with you a few pieces that are fundamental to life here at Canyon View High School. The first is our vision. Our vision is to provide authentic learning experiences for all students in a collegiate and professional environment. That aligns with our career pathway model as well as our STEM-focused inquiry-based instruction. The next thing I'd like to talk about today is our 5 foundations, which are innovation, diversity, character, community, and pride. It's who we are here at Canyon View High School. It's our culture. Everything that we do is connected to the 5 foundations. The first foundation, innovation. Innovation is an opportunity for us to provide authentic learning experiences for your students and really to challenge them to go to the next level with an inquiry-based learning model. Second is diversity. In this current climate, it's ever so more important that we celebrate and promote students from all walks and all backgrounds. We want to ensure that this happens on our campus so that you feel safe with your students going here and you feel that there's equitable educational opportunities and practices for every single student in your family that goes here to Canyon View High School. Next, we want to talk about character. Character is what you do when no one's watching. We really promote character and try to emphasize the opportunity for students to display character and integrity in all their actions, including academic and non-academic experiences. Our last 2 foundations are community and pride. When we talk about community, we're talking about the sense of the community that we have here on campus, so that's your school-wide community, as well as the community that's outside our doors. We know it's vitally important that students are engaged in dialogue and discourse with their peers, both in the regular classroom environment as well as in our advisory program. Our advisory program is characterized by an adult advocate that talks about character, integrity, college and career goals, and this is done in small groups with students that are at the same grade level as your student. Also within community is we have opportunities through our career pathways and through our service organizations such as BSU, GSA, NHS, and Interact, as well as student government, where these students have opportunities to do community service and really bridge the gap between the schoolhouse and our different community partners. Last but not least is pride. We want our students to have pride in themselves, pride in where they come from, pride in their families. We know that they represent you every time they come onto our campus, whether that's in person or that's virtually. And so we want to facilitate and foster that sense of pride. We also want them to have a sense of pride in being here at Canyon View High School and being a part of the Jaguar family. And so as you'll notice, on Fridays we like to wear blue, and that's vitally important just to show the pride in school and show school spirit. I'd like to transition from our 5 foundations, which are vitally important, to what you really want to hear about today, which is our virtual learning environment. Let's talk about virtual remote learning. So virtual remote learning here at Canyon View High School will look a little bit different than it did in the 4th quarter for those of you that were with us last year. As a district, we looked at feedback from students, from parents, from the community, from staff and faculty to really determine what's going to be the best model that's going to help your student be successful. In looking at that, we developed the following model. When you look at the second week of school, because the first week of school will be just a little bit different with our half days and our freshman orientation, which will be talked about a little bit later. As we move into the second week of school, your normal work week will look as follows. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, students will be required to attend classes as if they were on campus. So 8:10 will be our start time, and students are required to check in at 8:10 for their first hour class. During that time, teachers will be taking attendance, and it will be mandatory. Secondly, instruction during classes will look as follows. You have 110 minutes of instruction per class. We are only offering 3 classes on your student's schedule per 9 weeks. The rationale behind that is because we learned through the 4th quarter that students had many challenges going on at home and at school. Obviously, we understand that some students are watching little brothers and sisters and helping them log on, as well as family members and the occasional neighbor who they are working together to try to babysit or take care of. With that being said, also our students, our ESS students, or other students that sometimes have different challenges that we can't service in a virtual environment, it typically is better for those students when we're only focusing on 3 classes as opposed to 6 classes. When looking at that model, students will be engaged in 110 minutes of instruction. 55 minutes of that instruction will be live instruction. What does live instruction mean? So from 8:10 to 9:05 in their first hour course, the teacher will be online. They will be required to be online with their teacher with their cameras on, and teachers will instruct and provide strategies and provide new information and new content during that 55-minute period. Following that 55-minute period, teachers will give students a break, 5 or 10 minutes, and students will be able to come back for what we call as RTI, which is our response to intervention. Essentially what that is teachers will have an opportunity to work with students who need additional assistance in that class. So to give you an example, if your student has first hour math, the first 55 minutes will be live instruction with new information. The second 55 minutes will encompass an opportunity for your student to get targeted intervention and targeted tutoring if they need it. If your student doesn't need that targeted tutoring and those first 55 minutes were enough for them, your student has that opportunity to get ready for their next class, which will start at approximately 10:10. When looking at this schedule, this model requires your student to be engaged in live instruction for 3 hours a day. Following first hour, your student will then move to their second hour class. They'll have a 5-minute virtual passing period in order to take a quick break, and then they'll be required to log into their second hour class. That second hour class will be the second hour that's on their schedule. So please be reminded that they'll follow their first, their second, and their third hour courses for the first 9 weeks. Next, they'll have a lunch period that will last about 30 to 35 minutes. Following their lunch period, they'll have an advisory period or JAG Success. Advisory will be on Mondays and Thursdays, and that will be an opportunity for them to engage with their advisory peers and go through the advisory curriculum, which includes Naviance, college and career counseling, as well as academic support. Then on Tuesdays and Fridays, they'll have an opportunity to go to clubs. On Tuesdays, we'll have non-academic clubs, and then Fridays, we'll have academic clubs. Those will be opportunities to meet with their sports teams, to meet with their clubs, such as Interact, BSU, Student Government, and NHS. Following the JAG Success Time, they'll have their 3rd hour course, and that's how they'll finish the day. When this is the schedule that will be for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. When we look at Wednesdays will be a flex schedule for your students. Wednesday will be an optional tutoring day for students. If your student decides not to go to tutoring, your student will have the day off to really reflect on Monday and Tuesday and to get ready for Thursday's instruction. I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for choosing to be a part of the Jaguar family this year. We know that these are unforeseen and unprecedented times, and we realize the challenges that all of our students and our families face. We understand that this is not the ideal educational environment, and we are excited for the opportunity to at least provide some sense of normalcy for you, your student, and your family. In the event that conditions change and we transition into a hybrid environment, we will communicate that promptly to all families with a minimum of a 2-week transition period to transition from the remote learning environment to a hybrid on-campus environment. At that time, we'll provide additional details and opportunities for discourse as we look to transition into that model. We appreciate your time tonight, and thank you for being a part of the Jaguar family, and be patient with us through this process. Have a great 2020-21 school year, and go Jags.
Hi guys, Ms. Hudson here. I am the athletic director and assistant principal here at Canyon View High School, and I oversee all of the 10th graders, as well as athletics and facilities and clubs. I do want to give you guys an idea of what athletics will look like going into this school year. Per AIA, we've been granted to conduct tryouts on August 17th, and that is the plan for now. If anything changes, we will definitely let you guys know. You can find all of our clubs, robotics, pom and cheer, BSU, GSA, all on our website, along with all of our athletic sports. And there you can also get on to Register My Athlete to make sure that you're cleared for this school year. All right, so freshman only day is going to happen on August 3rd, and it is a half day, so you will be reporting to your advisory class from 8:10 to 11:10. Over the last few weeks, we've had some Jaguar leaders step up and create some great videos for you guys to watch and learn about our school. You'll be working with the Jaguar leaders as well as your advisory class and your advisor. You'll have them for the entire school year, and you'll learn all about Canyon View. We look forward to seeing you guys on August 3rd.
Hi, my name is Lynn Reed. I'm the assistant principal in charge of curriculum and instruction, and I oversee the juniors. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of that first week are going to look like. So Tuesday and Thursday, all of our students will be on campus. Tuesday is the first day for sophomores and juniors. Those 2 days are half days. So students will be with us from 8:10 to 11:10 on those days. They will go to all 3 of their classes, and there are 2 days where we can get to know them. We can also help them and support them through remote learning and ease them into what is going to look very different from what they're used to. Then Thursday and Friday, those will be their first full days. That's the first full day for freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. They will go through their regular school day, just like they will for the rest of the school, of at least this semester. Don't forget, it is live instruction, so you are expected to be in class on time and fully engaged in the learning process. We really can't wait to see you guys. We miss you so much, and we look forward to having everybody back on campus, even if virtually.
Good evening, JAG families and students. My name is Miss Ari Turner. You can call me Miss AT. I'm also an assistant principal here, and I'm over student services. That would include safety, which also means I'll be supervising all things COVID. That also means restorative practices, discipline, attendance, and a laundry list of other things, just like our other teachers and staff. So with that being said, I'm here to tell you about how your schedule will be the second week. Monday and Tuesday are going to be regular school days. Wednesday will be a flex day, which means that you can pop in with teachers and get some additional tutoring. And then Thursdays and Fridays are going to once again be traditional school days. So we look forward to seeing you. We miss you. I'm excited to meet you, and go Jags.
So here we are at the Canyon View Arena. Now, obviously, this is where we're going to play a lot of our sports, basketball, volleyball, wrestling tournaments, so on and so forth. But we also have our assemblies here. Anything that requires a large group gathering is going to happen right here in this building. And notice that I said Canyon View Arena. That's intentional. Most of the language that we have here at Canyon View is common language and intentional for what we want your students to be a part of at Canyon View High School. So when we say common language, you'll notice that we don't have a gymnasium, we have an arena. We don't have a cafeteria, we have a student union. And we don't have an auditorium, we have a performing arts center, because if your student chooses to go on to a university, tech school, or wherever life may take them, we want to use language that they will be familiar with and not just the same common language that's used at other high schools. We're looking at trying to get your students to think about life after high school. So hopefully we'll see you at the Canyon View Arena, and students, hopefully you'll be rocking out to an assembly sometime soon. One of the things that makes Canyon View so unique is our fort mentality here at the school. Unlike normal traditional high schools where you may have classrooms and buildings, we actually have grade level forts that houses one individual grade level to each individual building or fort. And inside that fort, they look exactly the same, and they're basically made up of learning labs like this. Notice I didn't say classroom, but learning labs, because labs is where we discover, where we learn, and where our best education comes from, is through the experience of learning. So you're going to find a lot of different flexible learning spaces. For instance, you'll have some classrooms or labs with desks and tables and chairs. Everything's on wheels because we want to give teachers the flexibility to move the classroom, change the classroom, have an adaptive classroom for whatever it is that they're teaching. Need a small group? Gather everybody together. If you want to have a big class discussion, circle everybody up. Each lab has a different way of constructing it so that students get the maximum opportunity to learn their best way. Welcome to the center of Canyon View. You'll know that you're at the center of Canyon View by the giant orange learning stair behind me. We call it the learning stair because this is going to be so much more than a place where students just hang out, even though that's exactly what they do. This is also a place where you'll have classes when in the winter and spring and fall months when it's not quite so hot. You'll also have an opportunity to do performances out here if you're involved in the theater program or band or choir. This is also the hub where students hang out before school, at lunch, and then after school. We call the entire place Times Square because in this one spot you'll see our TV and film studio, our performing arts center, as well as the stair behind us that kind of mimics Times Square in New York City. So when you're looking for a place to hang out, meet, laugh, and just get together for community, this is an amazing place to do that. Now we're outside the ITC, the Information Tech Center. And unlike a traditional library, we have an assortment of online resources as well as actual physical books. So we're going to go inside and meet some of our staff members that are in there, Miss Inman and Miss Amaya.
Hello, Canyon View community. This is the Information Technology Center. My name is Mrs. Inman, and I am our library media specialist. I'm going to introduce you a little bit to some of the technology that our students will access this coming year. The first place I'd like to direct you is to our school website. We do our best to keep the most pertinent information available to you there. If you come to our main website and scroll down a bit, you'll find a section that says New and Important Information. All of our latest information will be posted there, and chances are if you have a question, it will probably be answered in this section. For example, the Chromebook pickup schedule is listed here. If you would like to purchase a device protection plan, it works as insurance to cover the Chromebook throughout the year. If a screen is broken, you have coverage to replace that at either no cost or a significantly reduced cost to the regular parts price.
Now I'm joined by one of our original JAGs, Miss Colleen, who actually represents the junior class and is going to tell us a little bit about the counseling department. So, Miss Colleen, can you give us kind of an insight as to what a counselor is, what they do, what their purpose is here on Canyon View's campuses?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Hi, JAGs. As a school counselor, we are the direct partner to students and to parents. So we are your direct contact when it comes to student academic achievement, college and career prep, and social emotional support and resources. In order to contact us for any of those areas, please email us. Email is the best way to contact a counselor, and from email we can determine if we're going to meet virtually or over the phone or anything like that. As the junior class of 22 counselor, I would like my JAGs 22 to know that this year they should have English 3, they should have American Arizona history, they should have a science, whether it's chemistry, honors anatomy, or physics, or forensic science, and they should have a math class. Algebra 2 is the junior math class. 2 electives, they're pathway electives, starting the new pathway or continuing with a pathway, and at least 10 credits to start their junior year to be on track for graduation.
Right now I am joined by one of my favorite people on campus, our sophomore counselor, Miss Smith. Ms. Smith, maybe give us a little bit of insight as to what the fall semester is going to look like, especially with all the crazy happenings that's going on right now.
Absolutely, Mr. Beal. So by now, freshmen and new students, you should have received your schedules in your Chromebook. And returning students, you have access to your schedules in Student View. I just want to let you guys know that for this fall semester, we are split up into 2 different quarters. So you have first, second, and third for the first quarter and advisory, and you have fourth, fifth, and sixth for the second quarter in advisory. When you look at your schedule, 7th period says advisory. However, that advisory comes after lunch. So please keep that in mind. And for the class of 2023, I just want to let you guys know that you are very missed. I miss you guys so much. On your schedules, most of you should have English 2, biology, world history, and geometry. And you should also have 2 electives, and one of which should be your pathway. To make sure you're on track for graduation, you should have at minimum 4 credits.
Now I'm being joined by one of our newest JAGs, Miss Charlton, who is actually the freshman counselor for the freshman class. So Miss Charlton, maybe give us a little bit of insight as to what the freshman experience is going to look like.
Hi freshmen, I'm so excited to meet you and get to know you this year. I'm really excited to be your counselor. So you should have your schedules by now, and hopefully you're getting a bit of a taste of what your classes are going to be like. As a freshman, you should have the following classes: English 1, Algebra 1, Principles of Science, and a personal development class. You should also have 2 electives. One of those electives should be part of the career pathway, which is the pathway that you've chosen to see through to the end of your high school career. So hopefully you've got those classes. If you have any questions or you're concerned, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Also, for all of our students, as of today, the digital course change request form is now available online in your cohort Google Classroom. So if you would like to submit that, you'll need to visit your cohort Google Classroom and submit the form. All of the requests are always reviewed and received, but none of them are going to be guaranteed. Once a decision has been made, we will reach out to you by email with the decision.
Parents, this is a really important place for you. This is our registrar's office. So anything that has to do with paperwork, no matter what that paperwork might be, is going to be done here. So we're going to go inside and meet the ladies that take care of our offices here at the registrar's office, and we'll let them explain exactly what they do here.
Hi, my name is Teresa McCamey. I work in the registrar's office. The registrar's office is where you would turn in registration paperwork. Right now, since we're doing everything online, you can complete an online registration form. It can be found on our district website at awafria.org. If you click on the registration link, it'll direct you to that application.
If you have not received your Parent View activation key, we can also help you with that here. You can email me or contact me, Teresa McCamey, to get that set up. Also, we do house our junior counselor here, Miss Colleen, so if any juniors need help with anything, they can come in here to meet with her or schedule an appointment.
This is the bookstore. The bookstore is going to be really important for you guys as students because this is where you're going to get a lot of your accessories. You're going to get your Canyon View swag. You're going to get your IDs, your bus passes, anything that has to do with you being a student on campus at Canyon View. This is going to be your one-stop shop for getting everything you need as a student. We're going to go inside and talk to the clerk inside, and she's going to tell you more about what it is that she actually does here at the bookstore.
Hi parents! Here at the bookstore you can come to pay all of your class fees, Chromebook protection, and buy any spiritware that we have for the school. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram where we have all of our new products and soon coming products. If you have any questions, feel free to call me here and I will help you as much as I can.
All right, well, there is your tour of Canyon View High School. I know it wasn't exactly comprehensive, and I know it's not the open house we were all hoping for, but hopefully you got a sense of what our campus is, who we are, and how excited we are to get your students back on campus. So until then, thank you so much. Don't forget, right after this video, Mr. Nowlin and I are gonna be going to Facebook Live, where we're gonna be taking live questions and giving you some updates for the up-to-date notifications that we have both from the district, the state, and then from Canyon View itself. So we'll see you there. Thank you so much, and get out and close the door on your way out. I don't want to be catching anything, so